like, let the rich be rich and let the poor be poor. Again, we're the ones that's going to have to start paying for it. Hopefully, the Republicans and the Democrats will stand up and say, hey, we can't take the tax cuts with, the older people and do that to them. They need to look at other ways to come up with the money. One is tax the corporations. Gee, what is wrong with it? You know what? Somebody said, well, you know what? If we hardly tax them, right, they're going to invest and create more jobs. Well, that didn't happen. A lot of them use the money to create, jobs in China. Duh. Well, anyway, a horse was rescued from a sinkhole today in Tennessee. A giant sinkhole opened up and the horse fell into it.
Wow. Yeah. Listen, I've been through Kentucky and Tennessee. They've got a lot of porous limestone underneath there, and it's prone to sinkholes. That's the thing. And you never know when those things will open up. It can take you right away. You just be walking along and then you're gone.
Oh, yeah. Just like in Hawaii. You fall in one of those, lava tubes. Yeah, it's scary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a man rode his motorcycle to school. He's a teacher. Now, it's in India, but he still rode his motorcycle. He takes his helmet off, and he notices he had a passenger. One of the most poisonous snakes you could ever ask for was sitting on top of his head for 7 miles.
How do you go for 7 miles and not feel a snake on top of your head?
Have you ever wore a motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't feel much after a while. They're heavy. They got, a lot of, and depending on the style of the helmet, I mean, the snake could have curled up inside and, and he had it on and gee, wow. I tell you what, that's not a passenger. And also there was a model shoot here recently where this model was out, getting pictures done. And she was wearing a hoodie. And they didn't catch it till after the pictures were processed. She had a huge poisonous spider just sitting inside of her, of her hoodie.
Gary, I got to tell you something. You make it hard to sleep sometimes, but and from now on, I go to the bathroom, I double check. Now, if I want to go on a motorcycle, I have to double check my helmet.
When's the last? Wait a minute. I know you ride a bicycle. Let's be honest. When is the last time you rode a motorcycle?
Oh, probably 5-6 years ago.
Okay. But because I'm a Harley rider. I had two. I only got one left sitting in my man cave. Okay. So, that's fine. Now, I can say you have to watch out because you know what? I was going to go live on Twitch and Facebook tonight. But last night, I was sleeping. In the middle of the night, I felt something crawl across my face.
Oh, Lord.
I wake up this morning. I have my cheek is all swollen and red. I got bit by a spider.
Oh, wow. that could be dangerous stuff. I don't know what it is about these spiders and snakes and bears, and even squirrels. They are really causing havoc. I don't know if we're intruding, taking too much of their land, or they're just rising up against mankind. But there is something going on. Maybe it's like you said, the earth changes are affecting them too.
Well, the magnetic field is, a lot of people, it's shifting. But a lot of people don't realize what it's doing is fluctuating. It's going from nothing to, back and forth. And it's been doing this for the last, year off and on in little cycles. We still don't know what's going to happen if the magnetic, field flips. We have no idea. Some scientists claim it could be 800-mile-an-hour winds come crashing through. I mean, we don't know what could happen. Some people say nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be opposite of each other. We don't know, but I sure don't really want to find out. Do you?
No, it's not. It's not at the top of my to-do list. That's for sure. No. And I don't think you're right. We don't know. I don't think there'll be 800-mile-an-hour winds. But again, who knows?
Well, it depends on who you talk to, because some scientists, that's what they're saying. Up to 800 miles an hour winds could come crashing through if that happens. So something is going to happen. You think the magnetic field just can just flip and nothing is going to happen? Something is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, one of the variables that would affect that would be how fast it would shift.
It's like instant. When it actually flips, like I said, it's been flipping back and forth. Now, I have done a lot of reading on this subject. Okay? Mm-hmm. In fact, me and Art used to talk about it quite a bit. But I can honestly tell you that when it does flip, it does it instantaneously. So right now it's flipping back and forth, and fluctuating. Okay? If it flips and it doesn't come back immediately, that means it's flipped. So that's what we have to worry about. And eventually that's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. We have to take each day as it comes. I'm not going to be Mr. Gloom on here.
No, you got to live your life. Nothing you can do about it. Can't stop it. Might as well just, live your life, do what you do.
Can you imagine you have a dog in Virginia and it rescues an animal, a little baby newborn animal, and it brings it home to you. And it turns out to be a baby bear cub.
That I don't know where to go with that. That would be amazing right off the bat. But then in the back of my mind, I would be thinking, now, is this part of the plan of the animals rising up? And they putting the bear cub in here so the mom's going to come terrorize me? But that is amazing if some animals take over like that and help others.
Well, yeah, it's really funny because even these Great Danes we have here, right? One of my relatives stopped by with a little baby. And you know what? They show the motherhood and the fatherhood. I mean, instead of being rough and whatever, they their curiosity was up, but they showed nothing but affection. And that kicks in.
Yeah, that's really good with them because they're big. That's for sure. That's good.
Yeah. I know when I grew up, we used to have a toy poodle. And when, my first wife, when we come up and actually my mom took the dog after we got married. Not me and my mom, but me and my wife, my first wife, I should say. When we go over there with the baby, I mean, the dog was so protective. You couldn't get near the baby. It would growl at you and no, you can't touch the baby. What are you going to do? It was gave the baby nothing but love and guarded and protected it. I mean, that's what some animals do. And it doesn't care what species, they're, if something they feel needs help, they're there to help. But can you imagine a dog bringing home a baby, newborn bear cub?
I know, that would be amazing. And that's amazing they take over and probably become the mother of it.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Well, a driver was caught in the carpool lanes with not a mannequin, not a skeleton, but a stuffed dinosaur.
Oh, boy. That Barney, I'll tell you. A stuffed dinosaur. That's a new one. I wonder if he got it for, I don't know. I'm sure he got a ticket for that. I could imagine have to answer to that one.
Could you imagine you're living in Florida? You got a garage with a garage door and it's closed and your car is nicely, parked to stay warm in that garage during the night. You go to get in the car in the morning to go to work. But right by the door of the passenger side of the car, there's a huge 7-foot alligator just waiting for you.
Just waiting for you to step on into my mouth. I won't bite you. Oh, that would be a shocker, especially if you're half asleep. Hopefully they were awake for that.
I don't know, but I sure wouldn't want to go get into a car and you come walking in there and there's an alligator. Hey, maybe it was looking for breakfast,
Yeah, that's a good point. Again, too, especially there in Florida, before you jump in your pool, sometimes you might want to look because they'll get in your swimming pools. They'll get anywhere there's water, really.
Yeah. Poor little puppy. was rescued in Florida. It was stuck in a storm drain and it couldn't get in or out. They had to actually go through and cut the storm drain to, free the little dog.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to do that, because sometimes they can't get to them in time, and they might drown or something depending on the situation. But thank God they got to that little guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, tonight, I can't wait. We're getting ready for a break here, but, I got some more wacky news after the break and all that stuff. But we're going to talk about UFOs tonight. We're going to talk about aliens. And who's our guest tonight?
Aage Nost. And let me tell you something. His bio is long. This guy's got it all covered, especially with the UFOs, abductions, you name it. It's going to be good, educational, and entertaining.
Oh, yeah. He was a commercial pilot, a flight instructor. His credentials just go on and on. In fact, I put an abbreviated one up on the website, because I tell you what, it took me 20 minutes to remove his other one when he was on, because that's how big it was. I mean, this guy has a record of, acquiring all this education.
Yeah, I got to say this much. He has the longest in-depth and detailed, amazing bio I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, we're going to go on break. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes. You're listening to me, Gary, on Night Dreams Talk Radio.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you.
And he drove his motorcycle that fast. He drove a big chop hog with a gang cousin's jacket, and he ran down citizens for laughs. He had an old lady named Petula, packed an automatic 45 gun. They had just come up from California, where they shot 6 cops for fun.
Jake thought it was the best there was. Down the interstate he'd roar, till the day he tangled with the county sheriff. They all called 104, 104.
It was late on a Thursday evening, and Jake, he was feeling kinda mean, 'cause he'd just run out of his favorite drug, the one called amphetamine. So he sauntered up to Petula, and it said, "Say, baby, let's split. There's a little gas station on down the road that might be fun to hit." So they drove up to the station, and they both jumped off and takes a ride. They were up to derision at Jake's decision as they both sauntered to the inside. The attendant, he was an old man, and he didn't think it very funny when Petula pulled out that great big gun and said,
"Honey, give me all your money."
Well, the old man opened up the cash drawer, and Jake grabbed the money and ran with Petula out the door to the big chopped hog that was parked on the center kickstand. Then they headed out for the 4-lane, and they thought it was lots of fun with Jake and his hog, but Petula the dog with the automatic 45 gun.
Jake thought it was the best there was. Down the interstate he'd roar, till the day he tangled with the county sheriff. They all called 104, 104.
Very humorous, and he didn't like to get sass, 'cause just that morning he'd had a cup of coffee with a cop named Pendergrass. But the old man had a lot of sense, and he knew just exactly what to do. He dropped a dime in the phone till he got the dial tone, and he talked to Operator 42. Operator 42, she was the best, and she gave out the description of Jake the man.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give